What's up YouTube, it's your boy SlayIsland, and today we have the NBA 2K League semifinals. Only 4 teams remain, and by the end of the day, we're going to know the 2 teams competing for the first NBA 2K League championship. Both the series today are a best of 3. That means the first team to get 2 wins moves on. The team that wins the championship brings home $300,000. Let's get right into our first semifinal series. We have 76ers Gaming Club taking on Heat Check Gaming.
Sixers GC to come out with a win here.
Just a reminder, our brand new Twitch extension, Hot Shot, gets it to Los, and he'll lay it in. And a couple folks in the chat were asking about the team that they've coined for their defender Feast. They leave him on the island, and if he dies, he dies.
Fits perfect. I'm just waiting him out.
It's not on Hulu or Netflix, so you probably haven't seen it. Majestic, able to beat the shot clock, tied at 4. There in the second quarter, but when it mattered, he stood up. And you're just hoping for like a 10% success rate. I mean, he's already made him miss 2 shots. I know he's got an and 1 opportunity.
It's sort of a gamble too, maybe just to mix it, just to try to ice him as well. If you start to see he's getting some consistent buckets, go ahead and
push ahead for the fast break, and you end up turning it right back over. Feast. Long layup, but he gets it to go, and they're up 1. The Knicks, who upset Blazer 5 last night in that 1-8 game. So the 8th-seeded Knicks will take on the 5th-seeded Cavaliers. I wish we had an overall winnings total, because I know the 76ers have had a lot of success this season in tournament play as well. They're
hard to talk. You know they want to say something, but it's just built up. And you can just see in their body language that after that, Nudini just got up and just started screaming straight back to Low. Center steps up to try to stop it. Guess what? You have a wide open bucket down and towards the paint.
Tied at 24 weekend. It'll be 7 days from now, 4 p.m. is when everything gets started. Hot shot. I believe we still have a few tickets available for next weekend. Goofy is from Virginia Beach, Virginia, representing the 757. Able to get that win for him. It's actually T-Fresh's birthday today. There's 6 man. We got a 1-point ball game. Back to the semifinals. We digress. An and 1.
It's that Mandela effect thing. It's like, not Luke, I am your father. It's Luke, I'm your father, or something.
This is a best of 3. Game number 1. Here between these 2 clubs, and Hot Shot's had enough. And Hot Shot with another jam. And we're tied at 40, but a great perimeter D. And see if Hot Shot can, have some self-inflicted wounds. Acrobatic layup for Feast.
Probably more accidental. But the fact that it looked nice.
It did look nice, and then Hot Shot. Radiant. Off the Feast. He's confident right now. He'll use the window. Radiant. To Steez. Got 1 to jump, and then he's got the and 1.
That's the same thing.
And he says it's green. That means it's good. And it bounces down and around. 100 points in total. It's a little bit low scoring. Feast just very confident. He's got 20 points. Will literally fatigue. And I'm serious about this for Feast and Hot Shot come into play. I mean, to have to try to guard this and play this for 3 straight games. For their largest lead of the game. Hot Shot puts Feast on skates and then puts it in reverse jam, and that's going to prompt the 76ers to call timeout.
Decision making of passing the ball or going up for a shot. So now we're in a situation too where it's Heat Check trying to extend it to 2 possessions every time.
Hot shot with an opportunity for an and one here. ZDS! Bang! He didn't yell green.
And the ball going up for a shot. So now we're in a situation too where it's heat check, trying to extend it to 2 possessions every time.
Hot shot. And he makes a free throw line jumper, their largest lead of the ball game. And it looks like the Heat are going to take game number 1 of the series.
The Heat take game 1 in the series with a 68-63 win. These two teams feature completely different play styles. The Sixers have 2 inside bigs and run a lot of pick and roll with Radiant, while the Heat run 5 out with Hotshot and have shooters all around him. Despite allowing Hotshot to score 52 points, the 76ers played pretty good defense in this game, as they didn't allow the Heat to hit 1 3-pointer. But their offense just couldn't get anything going. Radiant has been considered one of the best point guards all year long, and he finished with only 4 points. And that's partly because of the great defense sharpshooter Los was playing on him. But if you want to be considered one of the best point guards in the league, you have to step up come playoff time. And if they want to win this next game, Radiant needs to score more than 4 points. Now it's time for game 2.
And by the way, our brand new Twix extension that allows you guys to vote on the games, to pick them. 2-0. Hotshot had 52 in game 1. So they can't get a running start on you, but you got to come up to be able to not get called for illegal defense.
And that's one of the hardest parts about it too, because you'll see just anybody who's running it in Hotshot is able to bait people into it so well.
Los gets all the way to the rack.
Like the momentum crossovers, like you name it, he was doing it. Like the dribble gods that you see just in the casual 2K game. So he's just kind of left one-on-one trying to break down Los.
Oh my! Get that shot out of here. Hot shot doing on both ends right now. Look at it again.
That's what we talked about every single time on the defense.
Feast! Why not? Mentalities is they're going to use a lot of that shot clock. They're going to limit Hotshot's chances.
That's what you need.
Radiant gets it to ZDS. 5 to shoot. Pulls from the mid-range. Steez, what a quarter for him. He's got 12 of their 14. Semifinal game number 2. 76ers down a game.
Something that nobody's ever tried out, but if you're just looking at normal pulling, it's something that's never ever worked just because of the sliders being what it is. It's so easy to make jump shot.
But it's not a 2K concept, unfortunately. Hot shot, and it's tough. You know, you don't see it ran a lot at the.
He can even extend it back if he needed to.
And drop off. And here we go. 3-point ball game. ZDS, bang. A little awkward time out there for the Heat.
You see him.
Hot shot against Feast. And this is a battle now. Running down Los. Ball still alive, and Hot shot gets a rebound. Under a minute to go here before the Alienware halftime show. This is game number 2 of a 3-game series. He's 0 for 3 from the field. Steez, though. He's come to play in game number 2.
Out of whack, you don't really know what comes into it, but a stop here would just be huge to keep the game tied.
Not gonna happen. The posterization of Feast. Hot shot from the elbow. Bounces around and down. That'll happen a week from today. And Steezes continues to pour in. He's got 18.
Scoring low that they had from that last game.
Hot shot from the mid-range. 28 now for him. He's only missed 3 shots.
But now you have to come out big here and get a score.
Feast. Big offensive rebound. He's got 12. He's Los to hot shot. 41-37 now. Radiant gets it to Steez. 2-hand jam. We got a 2-point game.
This just looks like the game plan seems like.
ZDS feeds it into Feast. And Steez is right there to help him out. 24 for Steez. Similar storyline to the first game, where the 76ers had a lead. He came back.
Expected, because this is just something that they've ran in for last game and this game as well. Just got to try to make some sort of adjustment.
Steez, Feast, they're battling down there. We're tied at 48. Shot clock running down. They force another shot. Oh my! Majestic. Feast, mid-range, back to a one-point game. Hot shot. Two-hand jam, and it's back to a three-point game. To have another stop here. Almost a mirror of the earlier game.
Putting up some threes, just trying to gain any sort of momentum that you can.
They run a little different set. An opportunity to win $300 grand. They sweep Philly. Final thoughts.
And the Heat are the first team moving on to the finals as they sweep the Sixers with a 62-56 win. This game was very similar to Game 1. Once again, Hotshot got around 50, but they managed to limit the other players' scoring and held the Heat to only 62 points, but the offense just wasn't there. Throughout the season, the 76ers were known for having great guard play and being a great three-point shooting team, but in this game, Radiant only had 2 points, ZDS had 8, and Nudini had 0, while they shot 2 for 11 from 3. The Heat are now looking like the favorites to win the championship. Hotshot has been looking unstoppable for several weeks now, and their defense is smothering. This team has all the confidence in the world, and everyone on this team believes in Hotshot 100%. So now that we know the Heat are the first team in the finals, let's find out who joins them. The next series, Cavs Legion taking on Knicks Gaming.
When did they introduce it? Like, whenever they introduced it.
That was near the beginning of the league. That was like a tip-off, right?
Yeah, it was like the same weekend when we went home after they announced this. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to buy it.
No, I'm Brand Jordan for days, bro. Up ahead to Idris. Yay, not two-hander! And a quick 4-0 run to start the game.
Try to get him into some fits, try to get some steals and get on a run. That's going to be one of the biggest things for both of these teams. That's what they love to do.
And one for Sick. Gets it off to Adam. Pick and roll with Goofy. And Goofy acrobatic. Come down to next weekend. And we have the finals here in New York.
Player going along as well.
Sick with another board. Savage will get another look at it. This time it's Green. Savage feeds it inside to Sick, and he posterizes Goofy.
The fact that they haven't been able to capitalize out of the 2 attempts that they just got there blows my mind.
Hood. Savage.
There we go.
Okay. And he sets Green, so it's good.
Saw Savage, he was able to hit a couple of threes. Toxic has gotten in there as well. But just trying to get every single person involved. And here we go. We said you need to chase them off the three-point line. Up and say it one time. It's going to keep on falling the second and the third time as well.
Back to a one-point game. Adam will bring it up. Dumps it off to Goofy, and he'll flush him with 2 hands.
Gets the ball, he gets a bump animation, starts fumbling with it just a little bit. So you need to see something like that as well.
Savage. The Cavs are actually giving the Knicks a little taste of their own medicine.
So much success, offensive rebounds leading to second chance buckets, and it's the worst kind of buckets. It's threes every single time. Go.
Hood up ahead. Will lay it in. 11 points now for Hood. 32 all. Adam. And one. Why do I feel like we have an Adam and Hood show? Goofy back to Adam. 2-man game.
That pick and roll is killing him. Every single time he...
Hood. Backdoor to Savage. Beautifully done. Hood. Gliding across the paint. Making things happen. He's got 19.
Aiming the rebounding. That's got to be one of the biggest things. You've allowed Sick to grab, I think, 6 offensive rebounds in that half alone. Unacceptable. It's on some. That's what you need to see there. Just get right back onto your man. You know he's crushing you.
Hood trying to wrap around. Back to Savage. Taken away by God of 2K. Up ahead to Savage. I don't know how that wasn't blocked. I know Hood and Savage are scoring, but right now Sick is the MVP. If he gets the board. And Nate will finish. That'll make it a 5-point game. And if you're Goofy here, Hood will bring it up. 5 seconds now. Trying to get a pick from Sick. Feeds it down low to his center, and he dunks all over Goofy.
Set the tempo, get a 3 early. That gives you such a big advantage.
Goofy. This New York crowd getting into it.
Long hasn't really been able to get up shots just because the set that was running. I think he was averaging 1 field goal attempt every single game.
No mind.
So now you're in a system where you're going to start to get more open looks from 3.
Hood feeds it to Sick. And reverse jam, and Sick's got a double-double. Hood gets it off to, got a 2K, and he'll head to the line. 1:48 to go. Managing director of the league, Brennan Donahue. You want to stick around for that? Idris for 3. They needed it. Toxic. Oh my, bang. That might be the dagger.
The supporting cast is for Cavs Legion was better, getting more consistent shots up.
The Cavs take Game 1 with an 83-72 victory. This game was all about Sick. After being moved back to center a few weeks ago, he finally showed the world why many people considered him the best center going into the draft. He finished the game with 25 rebounds and had 10 more than all 9 other players combined. At times in this game, it seemed like no matter what the Cavs would do, Sick would just get the rebound and kick it out for a wide open 3 or go back up for an easy dunk. The Knicks played pretty well offensively, shooting a higher percentage than the Cavs and finishing with less turnovers, but if they want to win this game and force a Game 3, they're going to have to do a better job of limiting second chance points, and also force Hood to take tougher shots. In this game, a lot of his points came from wide open mid-range jump shots and easy layups around the rim. Will the Knicks bounce back and force a Game 3, or will the Cavs join the Heat in the finals? Let's find out right now.
That's just going to be rebounds. Can you slow down that rebound performance from Sick? He said on offense it could have been a lot more punishing, but they just were opting to not really run through him. They had a lot of other options that they could start to funnel through. This is where he just needs to start to get at him.
And you, if you're right, can win an exclusive in-game items. Sick. 2-handed jam, and we're tied at 2. But then really picked up. Adam for 3. Off the mark, Goofy's right there for the offensive board. Block. Head to Adam the first. 3-on-1 break. They lay it off for Idris.
He didn't go the way you wanted, but there's still so much, and everybody respects him, the knowledge of the game that he has, and just the basketball IQ. I mean, I was about to say the D word for Jonah, but just Jonah.
Do not. No, we don't call no dude daddy. Back to the ball game here. It's 14-11. By the way, Nudini in chat says he didn't get to say goodbye to us. There's a little bit. Hey, it's bittersweet.
Hey, we're gonna miss you, Numinator.
About 6 seconds separate. Oh, it knocked away. Still loose. Savage picks it up. He's going to get a free one, and he hammers it home. See if they feed it to the big foul, and they will. Knicks up 3. Hood, too strong. Adam up ahead to Ye, not. And another leak out. Toxic. That'll get him up. 100%. Adam back to a 4-point game. Hood fade to the baseline. Good.
The way the game's being played right now, like, what am I supposed to do? As soon as you hear somebody say, what am I supposed to do in this situation? Yeah. That's when you know, like, the ball is just, you just got to quickly recover from it. And I think you still go back to what you had success for earlier in this game.
There's a mismatch. Idris on Hood. And they go right to Sick.
And that's why you start to see Idris getting the ball just a little bit more.
All alone is Savage.
What was that?
Hood will bring it up. 6 to shoot. And gets a shot block, but Sick is right there. Toxic. Gets it to got a 2K, and that's not going to help. Splash.
He's wide open in the corner.
Goofy. Adam working a two-man game with Goofy. He feed it to the big fella, and he hammers it down with the right hand.
Towards that 20-plus margin, things are looking bad. Can't have one person taking over the load. I mean, you don't have double digits coming in from anybody else yet. And now get the
Yeah, you needed that one. Yeah, able to cash. Little run by the Knicks. Sick all alone, though. For three, got it.
Was just completely rolled over, but that's what's scary about this Knicks gaming team, is that it looks like they almost given up. Everyone just seems kind of flat.
Goofy. Nate cut him back door. Could tie it with a three. Move to mid-range. Goofy right there for the board. And he'll post her up. Hood. They don't stop the ball. And what a block by Goofy. Up against the boards. And then there's 3 seconds.
I mean, it's where you have to respect the Knicks too, just because a lot of these guys, they've never played in series before, especially on a big stage like this.
Sure.
They play it at home or something like that, an online tournament.
Tate, 3:15 to go, missed free throw. Goofy, and the Knicks are up 5. What a change of momentum. And Sick, he's got 21. Back to a one-possession game. Adam now, they're up by 5. And they turn it over. Savage living up to his name. 3-point ball game. 1:40 to go. Knicks trying to hang on to their season. Goofy. 2-hand jam. We're back up to 5. Good. You do not need a 3. And Hood.
Go for that full reset.
Well, this time he hammers it home. One-possession game. Hood feeds it down to Sick. And blocked by Goofy. Knicks win. They'll force a game 3.
The Knicks forced a game 3 with a 79-77 win. The Knicks were down 12 points in the second quarter, but every time this season you think the Knicks are done, they have one more trick up their sleeve. They kept fighting and took the lead by the fourth quarter and ended up winning the game. The Knicks did a lot better job on the glass compared to game 1, but the story of this game was which point guard and center duo could run the pick and roll better. The role players canceled each other out as both teams 2 through 4 scored 17 points. So it came down to the point guard and center, and Adam and Goofy scored 62, while Hood and Sick only scored 60. I won't keep you guys waiting any longer. Let's find out who's going on to the finals. Game 3.
And they made it for the Cavs Legion team, a team that had its up and downs, where a lot of the preseason rankings, guess who was #1 on their list? It was this team.
Goofy. Adam feeds it back to the big fella. We're tied at 2. And here comes Idris. Feeds it across to Adam the first.
What a pass.
What a shot. You guys to make a pick 'em. We'll let you know when that becomes available. Marcus Glenn, it rattles around and down. Just a one-possession game. They can tie it with a 3. Nate for the tie. Got it. Under a minute to go in the first. And Goofy now with 4.
Because it is a slashing rebounder to finish better down low, and the height of the player, it's going to contact layup. You're making it every time.
And Ye will score. So buckle up. Adam for 3. Bang! Hood gets it a Sick and 1. Maybe that'll spark him.
That's the main thing right now. It's just they've been able to count on Goofy to get so many buckets, and that doesn't help.
The 3 is good. Smartly. Good. Late roll by Sick, but it doesn't matter. He's got 11. Cavs had the lead, and then the Knicks went on an 18-2 run to end the quarter. That's what's got him in this deficit. Goofy with another board. He's got a double-double across the Toxic. He's in a box. Skip it over to Savage, who's been quiet. That's a tough layup, in and out. Somehow Sick gets the board, and then got a 2K, hits a triple. Court pass. They get it Toxic.
Greened it.
It's going to be a big second half for Cleveland here, Dirk. They're going to need a little bit of momentum. Toxic. Can he make it back to back? And he will.
Team built up. A completely smothered three. Then you come right back out of the half and you hit another one, having deja vus to that game number 2.
Hood.
That's all it takes.
2-point game.
That's all it takes.
Goofy right there. Blocked by Sick. And I think I'm going to be the one to throw up. Adam. Sick too strong. Here come the Knicks. And yay! We'll put them back up 7. About 40 feet from the basket. Adam will make the runner. No! Goofy there for the board. And it's a backbreaker. Hood for 3. Boy, do they need that.
There's just something about these Knicks boys in tournament time.
Hood. Maybe had Savage open. Definitely has Sick, though. Hood for 3. Sick gets the board. Savage in the corner. And we got a 2-point ball game.
It's just been a treat to watch right from the first game going down to this game as well. Up and just playing it patient. You're not seeing that all too often.
Oh, Goofy! Adam. Goofy with an offensive board. And able to convert. Chat talking about the sweat. This is a lot of pressure, and it is hot.
That's why I don't stand up
very much. It's hot in the building, yeah. And the pressure on top of that, with it just being absolute humidity outside. 66-62. I've already told my meteorologist story, so I'll just stick to the basketball.
As soon as you get that little bit of room, you have to force somebody to help, otherwise it's going to go in.
Sick, oh my. All over Goofy. Back to Adam. And Adam will score. He's got 29 for one of these two Titans. Adam for 3, got it! How clutch is Adam? Toxic for 3. In and out, and that'll do it. The Cavs season will come to an end.
The Knicks win the series 2-1 with an 81-78 victory, and they will be joining the Heat in the finals. This game was very similar to Game 2. Once again, it came down to who could run the pick and roll better, and Kuda and Goofy just showed once again that they're the superior duo. Going into the season, nobody really gave the Knicks a chance to make the playoffs. Everyone said Kuda is just a YouTuber. They said you can't win with Goofy, he only cares about himself. Ye and Idris are randoms, and Nate is just a role player. Going into the playoffs, nobody gave the Knicks a chance to get to the finals. Everyone was saying they shouldn't even be here. They only got here because they won the ticket tournament. They're 5-9 in the regular season. They're going to get smacked first round against the Blazers. But when you watch this Knicks team play, you just feel like they want it more than the other team. So here it is, the NBA 2K League Season 1 Finals, Knicks Gaming versus Heat Check. Once again, this is a best of 3 series, and it will take place Saturday, August 25th at twitch.tv/NBA2K League. If you haven't watched any games all year long, I suggest you tune into this. You don't want to miss it. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'm out.